Going live, we're live! Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing finally Spider-Man 2 on PC. How are you guys doing? Welcome. First of all, thanks to Devajan for the 19 Indian rupees donation. Thank you for that, sir. I appreciate that. How's it going, guys? Welcome. So there haven't been any pre-orders for the game. Also no preloads, but the download itself is 89.8 gigabytes. The game is finishing installing. We'll see the size in a moment once it finishes installing. In the meantime, let's take a look at the requirements once more. Yo! How's it going, guys? Hi. Yeah, I'm using the latest drivers, don't worry, I already took care of those. So minimum requirements is the GPU we have right now, the 1650. This is for very low 720p 30 FPS, and apparently the SSD storage necessary is 140 gigs. We'll test those claims. Same thing with recommended and high. My guess is that if this is without upscaling, we should be good on 1080p with quality FSR or XeSS, we'll see. And for the CPU, 4 cores, 8 threads is the minimum. So again, I was expecting higher requirements, considering there is no non-ray traced option on PS5. Maybe on PC we only have cube maps and screen space reflections. We'll see. So the game installed is... let's check that out. The game installed is 107 gigabytes, so not sure why they asked for 150. So we'll see what happens. I never launched it, I just finished downloading. Let's see. We're going to try 720 first, which in theory should be 720p 30. We'll see. VRAM Man 2. Okay, I connected my controller, launching, running. By the way, latest drivers, clean driver install, awesome. The classic Nix's launcher. Okay, when it comes to settings, we got, okay, the classic resolution. Okay, low latency, there is frame gen on FSR3, there is dynamic resolution, there is IGTI, FSR 3.1.0, XeSS. Okay, let's keep it on native. So let's keep it like this. Let's use FSR3 as... no, let's keep it on TAA for now. Okay, the expected options, that's good to see. There's also exclusive full screen, GG. Graphics, okay, here we go. So, ray tracing, we got, well, first of all, the lowest settings, the very low preset is low textures, trilinear filtering, yeah, no, we're cranking that up. Shadow quality, very low, no depth of field, lowest level of detail, medium traffic, medium crowds, very low hair, no ambient occlusion, screen space reflections disabled, weather particles are low, we're not using screen shake, thank you very much. And no motion blur, no film grain, and sharpness at 2 was usually fine. There's also ray tracing options, but these are for RT cards. There's also Ray Reconstruction, interesting. But there is even ray tracing for interiors and all that, so let's see how it looks on very low with anisotropic filtering at native 720. Again, just because this is the minimum requirement GPU. Will it run on Steam Deck? We'll see. Let's find out, shall we? I have a Steam Deck. You actually reminded me that I have to put the game to download. Steam Deck. One sec. I have to get it ready. Insomniac Games. Where's the Nix's logo? There it is! Nix's! Marry me, Nix's! Okay, I started downloading it on Steam Deck. So we should be good to go for the next live stream, which is coming right after this one. Yeah, and the logos is 180 frames. We're good. No PSN requirement. The PSN requirements on single-player games are now optional, according to Sony. So, sorry, according to PlayStation. I see that we're getting higher CPU usage. I'm guessing it's compiling shaders. This is nothing new. Okay. Limited info, yeah. No, I'm not signing in. Just to try it out. And I'm sorry, but I gotta disable the music. Just to be safe. Although, if there is a... Oh, there's a streamer mode. Never mind. Okay, so signing into PlayStation is optional. I said I didn't want to. We're playing on... Let's play on Amazing. I already finished this game on the highest difficulty on PS5, but popular settings... No vibration. Okay, let's go. No, I don't want to recap the things that happened. Is the game 100 gigs? Yeah. By the way, I'll try to skip as much stuff as I can. Unfortunately, this, I cannot skip it, the first one. So again, we're at native 720, lowest settings on the minimum requirements GPU. We're not using upscaling. And I turned off motion blur, don't worry.
Are you good?
It's only the first cutscene that I cannot skip, unfortunately. Although I'm already seeing the texture quality. Oof.
Anything.
And we're also using all the VRAM already.
If this doesn't work,
Yeah, latest driver.
take me out.
Yeah, this is 720 native resolution.
It'll work.
I don't have a lot of...
But the character textures are hilarious on the lowest. I'm pretty sure we can adjust it further, but we'll see. I think the demanding part is the symbiote in the background. Oh, those shadows. Oh, we'll see. I'm getting into the open world. It's... Yeah, the hardest part is the symbiotes. The symbiote rendering technology. The cutscene is in real time, but we'll see if the gameplay runs any better. Now we can skip, finally. Here we go! Yeah, I'm using an SSD, and I highly recommend you do it. Okay. So far it's running better than the requirement said, so we have room to actually do adjustments. Some stutters, but so far so good. We're at the lowest settings. This, according to the developers in the requirements, this that I'm doing right now should be 30 FPS, not 60, but we'll see once we get to the Sandman fight, which is coming right now. But on the lowest texture quality, we're at using all the VRAM already. Yeah, I'll do 1080p, but let's get to the Sandman, and we're going to try more things. But man, I love this game so much. The story has some parts that I really do not like, but overall, this is a game I finished 100% on PS5. It's very damn good. Does this game have frame gen? Yeah, you have FSR 3.1 frame gen.
Thanks, MJ. Might need the new tech we've been cooking up too. No way. They're untested.
Okay, here we go. Effects, this is when it should drop.
No comment.
Not so bad. I was expecting it to drop lower, actually. In the middle of the sand and all that.
Look out. You okay? Yeah. But I think we found
Is there DLSS frame gen? Probably on 40 series cards, but you can use FSR 3.1 frame gen on anything, on any GPU, even if you're not using FSR.
We gotta help him before he hurts someone.
So far so good. I want to see, once we get into actual
Busy.
combat with individuals, there's a part here where Miles flies all the way back. That's when you can see that there's an SSD loading everything. Yeah, we're doing 1080p, don't worry. I'll get there. cinematic. Whee!
That was your idea? Never said it was a good one.
Yeah, I think the symbiote effects will be the big thing.
Conversations in the teacher's lounge.
Yeah, considering its low settings, it looks pretty damn good.
Everyone.
You can notice mostly lower texture resolution, and the shadow resolution is pretty low as well.
This delivery. It's coming in hot. I'm there.
If you look at the shadows, they're pixelated, but to be expected. Here we go. Effects should show up now since I'm fighting sand enemies.
Not before he barked on my suit. He's not the only one. Sandman just puked out some new friends. What the?
It's okay.
Apparently. Need you now.
Okay, let's go higher. I think we're good. Let's do 1080p. I'll do Steam Deck right after this live stream, don't worry, I got you. 1080p. And instead of, let's see how it goes on very low 1080p, on native 1080p. So when it comes to graphics, as you can see, very low settings. No ray tracing because we don't have ray tracing in this card. So very low looks something like this.
Mr. Parker,
I'm sorry.
Okay,
who's this?
30 FPS.
Principal Evans.
Of course.
So according to the requirements, the game should play like this on this card at 720, but we're getting that performance at 1080. Let's skip. But I'll just use upscaling on 1080p. Yeah, it drops when effects show up.
It worked. I mean.
Yeah, effects are the big issue.
Get back.
On PS5 I run into the same thing in some sections with the symbiote. On the effects, actually there's shadow casting onto the effects. Funnily enough. Yeah, definitely FSR is a good idea in effects heavy places. I'm pretty sure flying open world we should be 30s.
Miles, Principal Evans called.
So yeah, we're also short on VRAM. So let's do, we could actually use even dynamic resolution if we wanted to. Let's use FSR 3. FSR 3 quality. Okay, and you can control the sharpness, which is good to see. Ah, there we go.
Am I getting expelled?
That closes the gap.
Just cutting class. I abandoned students during a citywide emergency. Yeah. you're
Also, what about the game's audio? Are we good? Does it have DLSS 4? I don't know, haven't tried it yet. Yeah, I can see the limitations of very low settings. I think we can go higher. But effects, as we saw at the beginning cutscene, when the symbiotes show up and all that stuff, that's when it drops the most. FSR 3, so far, I'm seeing some of the chunkiness that usually FSR has. But so far we seem to be fine.
Guess he wasn't happy to reconnect. Yeah, he's not really the nostalgic type.
Usually you'll notice around the head of the characters.
He's not
Yeah, I can notice it.
We gotta turn it up enough.
Let me show you. Turn on frame gen. Not for now.
Ow! He
So if you see around Miles,
shoulder's already wet.
it's hard to tell,
Electricity then either. Red
but you can see the artifacts around Miles. It's not a big deal. I've seen worse. It looks better than the FSR in the other Spider-Man games, so definitely.
Him with webs while I get sparky.
Remember that this is upscaling on 1080p. That's why also I'm zooming in like 500%.
He's done. Take your shot.
So yeah, it will always look pixelated. Usually you notice this the most when you look very closely. And well, big contrast. As an example, the blue sky and Spider-Man in a black suit. But the texture quality is sacrificed heavily in order to fit on the 4 GB of VRAM. Oh, this is the part where we fly very fast. Awesome. Great to see this on PC. But the draw distance of the buildings is also heavily affected. But hey, it works well. XeSS? Sure. Let me get through this boss first, so we get to the open world and we'll get to it. But so far it runs better than I expected. I expected way worse than this after seeing the requirements. Yeah, the VRAM doesn't help. Definitely. You upgraded 1050 Ti to 4060. Awesome. Well, you'll be happy. It's a huge upgrade, definitely.
You want more? I can get up close now.
Frame gen? Usually I try to get a higher frame rate for frame gen, but we're going to try it. The other issue that I have with frame gen is that, well, it uses a lot of VRAM. So yeah. Size of the game, 100 gigs. Even installed it was 107. The download was like 89 gigs. So it's less than 150.
Should have stayed away, spiders.
Still think we got him right where we want him?
Just play the game? Yeah, that's what I'm trying. Don't worry, we're going to try more stuff. But definitely what hurts the most when it comes to the GPU is the effects, the heavy effects. There's sand flying everywhere. Again, on PS5 I've also dropped frames in some parts with effects work. Same happened on the Miles Morales PC port, actually. But it looks pretty damn good, even for very low settings. I mean, come on, it's a 1650. It's not a PS4 game like the previous ones. Yeah, usually in Miles Morales the Venom punches half my frame rate on the PC version. Will this run on your PS3? Probably. Just need to lower the resolution a bit and we should be good. Just overclock your PlayStation 3. You should be good to go.
Keep it moving, Mouse.
Let's do a quick change. Let's try FSR. XeSS, sorry. So XeSS versus FSR when it comes to performance is 40s versus 27. XeSS is much heavier. Oh, never mind, 41. It's the same. Okay. And I think I can crank up a couple settings. I don't think we need very low. Very low was basically... Okay. Let's do low instead of very low. And let's do adjustments like we did with Miles Morales. Shadows, I think low is fine. SSAO was a small impact. Screen space reflections, I think we can keep some of them. We're ignoring ray tracing. LOD, let's put it on medium. The hair on low was usually fine. Same with weather particles. Depth of field, I'm usually fine with this on cutscenes. So I'm not sure if this affects the entire thing. Let's put it on low. Motion blur, a tiny bit maybe. I'm not a fan of motion blur, but a Steam Deck 1 right after this live stream. XeSS quality, medium to low. Maybe I'm being a little bit ambitious. But let's see, low textures instead of very low. Is there very low textures? I don't think there is. Okay, low. So those are the settings basically. Similar to what I did with the other Spider-Man games, but at a lower resolution. And then we're trying frame gen. Don't worry, I got you. It's basically medium to low. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be a huge performance difference over very low. Very low maybe is a bit too aggressive. Although you can notice the aggressive effect on texture quality. 1050 Ti, maybe 30 FPS. I have no idea. I might try it in a separate video. But I wasn't expecting it to run at 1080p even with upscaling. Kinda crazy considering it's a 1650. Again, on PS5 there's no way to turn off ray tracing, so I was expecting the worst out of this one. The CPU is in the description.
I can talk to your principal, but New York needs you right now.
Coolest mom ever.
And please, be careful.
I'll wait for them to come.
Like Ma said, can't let New York down.
But again, once the symbiotes show up, which is way later into the game, it's going to be an interesting test. Yeah, Central Park is also... I think the stress test will be Central Park with symbiotes. By the way, XeSS looks pretty good. Damn! Yeah, see, when effects show up, it kills the frame rate. But again, this area is effect heavy. There's particles all across the air, and we have a giant sandman behind us.
I'd get into any college I wanted. Or Spider-Man would. Right. Brainstorm later, Miles.
That's Spider-Man. Hell yeah. Oh my god, Spooderman! It's him! No CPU in the description. I'm pretty sure it's there. Let me double check just in case. I'm an idiot. I copy and paste another live stream. My bad, guys. We'll fix. 1 second. Oops. There it goes. Sorry about that. Oopsie. There we go. The description now should have the CPU.
How's it going, Spider-Man? Almost there. Water tank.
Yeah, let's get to the open world and we're going to do more graphics cards.
The suit's last software patch wasn't stable, but
The last software patch on the suit. There it goes.
the web wings? They're flying. But we're not.
Yeah, as you can see, once I get the effects out of the way, less effects on screen, it jumps up into the 40s. Also, this looked... It's funny how... Yeah, there we go. It's funny how the Sandman looks into the distance before this part.
What did I just get myself into? You gotta calm down, Marco. Innocent people are in danger.
It's a spec requirements without upscaling? Apparently, yes. Because at 720p native, it was over 30, way over 30. Oops. We skipped, sorry. I get way too engaged.
Blast! Marco's storm is generating a lot of electricity. What happens to the surface tension of sand if
how do
turn
you
up the voltage?
How do you feel about the game? So far, it's fine.
Shock the mini.
I was expecting, again, way worse, considering on PS5 there's no non-ray traced options.
Hit by lightning? Can you handle it? There's only one way to find out.
But I just want to get to the symbiote part, which won't be in this live stream because it's very far away in comparison. But I think this is a good first look, considering, again, this is an effect-heavy moment that drops resolution on PS5 at least. But symbiotes, I think, will be way more difficult for the GPU.
Gotta break out the toys.
We'll see. We gotta get to the open world, Central Park, the classics. But so far so good. I'm pretty impressed.
Now or never, Spider-Man. Time to move.
Why won't you just give up?
Because we promised to protect this city.
Okay. Instead of Maguire in this game, I wish. One can only dream. We have the Tobey Maguire spider suit. Okay, let's see. Okay, I cannot skip this one. Okay, depth of field. We enabled it for cutscenes. Texture quality is very poor in comparison. That's okay. We are only at 4 gigs. But I love the fast pans. Yeah, you can see that the SSD is probably hating us at the moment. With that panning. Yeah, the texture quality
I got it.
on low is pretty low.
Yeah, same here. Hey, Genki?
I know. The whole city's telecom network is down.
What's happening to the requests that are coming in?
Yeah, probably somebody will add Maguire in a mod.
I'm gonna try.
We still have his Spider-Man suit at least. Yeah, we're going to try medium textures just to see if the game crashes. At this point, let me very quickly do a manual save. I don't want to lose my
Before the app went
progress.
down, I saw a request for help at Liberty and Broadway.
Headed there now. What a mess. Marco, what got into
Hello.
In the financial district following the Sandman's destructive trend.
Okay.
First responders are on
Very quickly, let's try medium textures. Let's make the game crash, basically. Texture quality, medium. Okay. Way better textures.
in their rescue efforts, providing medical aid, shelter, and supporting evacuation.
Yeah, it's affecting the performance actually, pretty heavily.
I've got you. Hold on.
So while medium textures makes a huge difference visually, affects performance quite a bit.
You okay?
Up to you.
I am now. Thank you.
Spider-Man, Chief needs your help.
Let's see, 24. Low textures again.
Thanks for certain.
Yeah, we get a 12 FPS difference with medium textures. On 4 gigs of VRAM, be happy that there is a low texture quality option.
Got a minute? Got a call with the precinct up ahead.
That would be my advice.
Get through to set up triage.
I'll use FrameGen just because you guys requested it. So instead of 30, by the way, don't use frame generation at 30 FPS. Do yourself a favor. Don't do that. Okay. Okay, FrameGen is working. So now we get 50 something FPS. I can see already visual bugs. And man, that latency. Jesus Christ. Why would you do this?
Mr. Parker?
I mean, the number looks high, but it doesn't feel Doesn't feel smooth.
What's the plan?
It's
gonna
like,
be hours before the telecom
I don't know, the
network's
input
back
lag
up,
is
so
just too
we're gonna create
too
our own
obvious.
That's a big job. How long have you been planning this?
network. Well, dreaming about it since 7th grade, but planning.
Yeah,
for the last
you
2
need a
years.
higher base frame rate for this, but
There
you can do
should
it
be
if
a
you want to.
launcher around there.
What is all this stuff?
Environmental study by a new startup. The launchers for
Yeah, hang on, I
high
gotta
altitude
adjust
weather
something
sensors.
for
And this
spamming.
startup gave us permission?
Yes. I checked with the head guy.
This stream is way bigger than I expected. Thank you guys.
Helping out
1600 people are watching this, what the hell? Yeah. Let's put it on a timeout of 24 hours.
Okay, tell me what to do.
There's a lot of competing signal traffic, so try to follow the path I marked on your visor.
Yeah, I silenced the guy with the siren, don't worry. You know the chatbots? Too late. I mean, it's playable with frame gen, but you'll feel the input lag. The input lag is there.
Local.
Yeah, the chat always spams to change the GPU. It's no surprise. Don't worry, I'll do it. I'm just trying to get out of the tutorial. What am I doing? Oh yeah. So 1080p, I would say on a mix of medium and low, you should be good. If you want to use frame gen, whatever, use it. I recommend a higher base frame rate than 30. Just for the memes, let's try dynamic resolution with a 6 FPS target, just to see what happens. But the graphics will stay the same. I won't go higher than this, it drops frames.
There. Crime report just
Okay, the
came in.
dynamic resolution is not enough for 60s. And thank you, Arda Sefa Karabulut, for for being an awesome supporter. Thank you so much, sir. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, let's try 720 with upscaling, just very quickly to see if 60s is possible. Who knows? We might be in luck. And for some reason, my screen is black. Sorry about that. What the hell is wrong with the capture card? Jesus Christ. There it goes. Sorry about that, guys. So 720 with upscaling, which in real life I wouldn't do, but maybe you want 60s no matter what. Let's see. Okay, definitely not 60s, even with upscaling. But the fact that we can run it at anything above 40s on a 1650 is pretty impressive, let's be honest. Yeah, maybe 900p makes more sense. Okay.
Like a compliment club. Compliments don't hurt anyone, and they're free.
Oh my god, that voice over in this part is so cringe.
Really well. Good job.
There are some dialogues in this game that are freaking cringe, in a bad way.
Guns, more compliments.
Yeah, we're doing the 1050 Ti maybe at the end, just for the memes. So don't worry, you convinced me.
Advantage while the city's covered in sand. Show me what got into Marco.
You don't want to know what got into Marco. Yeah, tutorial. And thank you so much, Blade5576, for the 14 seat AR donation. He says, Would you be testing the 3058 gigabytes in this game? Yes, but it's RMA at the moment. It was doing blue screens. I took it to the warranty. The warranty is over, so I might need to pay something. But it always takes a while. It takes like a week for them to give me like a diagnostic about my parts. But thanks for the donation, man. I appreciate that. But as soon as I get it back, I'll... Sorry about that. I'll do it. So to sum up the 1650, I'd say 60 frames is not happening. At least not when effects show up. I'd say 1080p with either quality or balanced XeSS. That should be good. Unfortunately, textures need to be on low. If you put them on medium, you lose lots of performance. It gets stuck into the 20 FPS range. Shadows, low is fine. SSAO works well. You can still use reflections on this. And the rest on medium. Low hair and low weather for performance reasons. And that should be it. If you want to add some motion blur, you can do it. I did it just because I was targeting 30-ish FPS. And you can also use dynamic resolution targeting 30 with XeSS. XeSS, I think it looks the best so far. So yeah, 1080p, XeSS, dynamic, res, 30, and low textures.
Hey guys, my app is still down.
I know. Trying to innovate here. Give me a minute.
Yeah.
I'll call you back.
That's way sharper, and
You
actually,
think he's mad at me?
I think it looks good. It's just the textures. We're limited by 4 GB of DRAM.
Well, you sound like you're angry.
But the fact that they put potato textures as an option,
That's what my mom always says when she's angry.
it's good.
Come on! You've known me for a long time. When have you ever seen me angry?
I'm thinking.
It was a rhetorical question.
Got it. That one time
Yeah,
we
I
were
could
playing
use
a board
the
game at your place and you kept losing.
Insomnia Games upscaling. I'm sorry, my voice is starting to die.
I'll take you down.
I'll be back. I'll be back. Okay, he's gone. Yeah, the 1660 should be fine. The 1660 you can use medium textures, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, the new app is compiling. I figured as long as we're at it,
16 gigs of RAM. So far we're using 16, so you should be good. We're also limited by VRAM, so that probably
while
increases
patch is
VRAM as
updating,
well.
We should widen the net. Let's check in with Miles.
Sorry, increases RAM usage as well. Switch to Miles. Let's see if it dies when I switch to Miles.
Over there. She was having trouble breathing.
Miles, you busy?
Yeah, 3060 time.
Get to the roof of that building nearby.
That's a lot of water. Is not enough. Okay. So now that I can control the game, manual save. By the way, here that we have sand particles in the air, this should be, apart from the symbiote parts, more taxing. and there's T-posing characters behind Miles. But the texture quality is the issue on this card so far. Performance is better than I expected. They're no longer T-posing. That's probably because they're behind me, actually. Yeah, no. Always finding bugs. Do you happen to have a 3070? Unfortunately not, but it should be closer to the... Well, it should be faster on the 4060. A little bit faster. Well, quite a bit faster, actually. So you should be good. Let's go! EVGA. No, the game is 110 gigs. So far, so good. Yep, just like that. No, it's not a hot swap. I have two computers. One doing the live stream and the other one is playing the game. Yeah, I have the world record in GPU swapping. Any percentage, 5 seconds, world record. You recommend 1650 in 2025? In 2025, I would at least try to get 8 gigabytes, a GPU with 8 gigabytes of VRAM. At least. But that's just what I would do. And if 8 is not an option, 6. Yeah, 1660 Super will be more than enough. Okay, 3050. Sorry, 3060. The 3050 is in the doctor. So 1080p, DLAA. Let's try... Yeah, let's try the max settings. At this point, we can lower it later. DLSS override, we're doing that later, because DLSS 4 is a bit more demanding. The transformer model thing. Okay. So 1080p. No. We have DLSS. Let's put DLAA. Oh, FrameGen only FSR3 on this card. Let's go very high. It's funny because very high doesn't enable any ray tracing options. So high ray tracing doesn't ray trace shadows or ambient occlusion. Very high adds, okay, ray trace shadows. And ultimate puts a lot of range. Oh, hang on. This is the DLSS4. The transformer model is here. Interesting. Let's do the highest settings and see what happens. Let's enable Ray Reconstruction as well. Let's just destroy the game. Sorry, the GPU. Let's just kill it. According to the game, this is for 4K. This requires a 4090 for 4K 60. With these settings. No, upscale. Oh, with Ray Reconstruction, it does use FSR quality. Sorry, DLSS quality. Okay. It forces DLSS on us if we are using ray tracing. Whoa, it crashed. Current GPU temp 35 Celsius. DXGI error, device reset. Maybe I went a little bit too high. Oops. Yep. It decided to crash. That's okay. Let's do no ray tracing first then. Let's see how it goes with DLAA. Then we can enable ray tracing, no problem. I'm using the latest drivers, by the way. So we're on max settings without ray tracing. For now. And I forgot one of my FPS counters. Driver version, I'm using the latest. Ah, ¿por qué no? ¿Por qué no poner todo al máximo? Aburrido. 8700, 3050, how much is the difference? The 3050, if it's the desktop 8GB version, it should be like 10 frames behind, as far as I know. Yep, thanks for that, Gary. You can also use B on your controller, it works right away. 200 FPS. By the way, the first time you launch the game, you might encounter this black screen. That's because it's loading the shaders. So depending on your CPU, it might stay there for longer. Okay, let's see that VRAM usage without ray tracing. Yeah, I'll do frame gen later, at the end. Okay, so at the highest settings without ray tracing, we're getting 40s. At native 1080p.
Yo, you sounded stressed earlier. You doing okay?
Yeah, there's just
I was
a lot
expecting a
going
bit more,
on, and
honestly.
I'm hungry, and the vending machine only has those plain low sodium
Although the draw
pizza
distance is definitely higher than on the
crackers. I'll
PS5.
manage. Hey, so I'm finally doing that app upgrade I've been talking about. With the
VRAM
help
seems to
from
be under
my
control though.
friends. That's a brilliant pun that doesn't make sense to you.
This is the 12 gigabyte version. So if you have 8 gigabytes of VRAM, maybe medium textures. Yeah, but this is without any ray tracing.
Okay, I'm here.
There should be a launcher somewhere around there.
I don't see anything that looks like a launcher. Maybe it's under the sand?
By the way, the PS5 version doesn't have a non-ray traced option. So we should have a big advantage. Usually, let's see if we can fix what it runs like in this moment. So we're at 55 FPS, looking at displays. What happens if I do like in the previous Spider-Man game and lower the weather particle quality to medium or low? 57 versus, okay, barely an improvement. What about the hair? Nope. In cutscenes it's probably going to be, maybe the level of detail is killing it. 56, 58. Okay, the level of detail does help significantly, especially on medium. If you look at that building behind me, medium, high level of detail, medium level of detail. It's pretty aggressive on medium, but it gives us 60 frames. What about traffic? Nothing. Okay, traffic doesn't seem to matter that much. Oh, the shadows. I'm an idiot. Shadows are at the top. Oh, the ambient occlusion is XC GTAO. Oh, it's the one from Intel. Let's see, SSAO, 65, 63. Okay. Shadow quality. Nah, barely a change there. Okay. It's pretty demanding so far then. I just lowered the level of detail to medium and the weather particle quality. Now we're not using the transformer model right now. But I was expecting more, honestly. So this is max settings without RT, medium LOD, and weather. I was expecting way more. But if you lower the level of detail, this should be good. Maybe it's because we're on the sandy New York. But hey, it's native 1080p at the end of the day, right? PS5 Pro looks so much better. This isn't even close. Okay. Yeah, we didn't enable ray tracing yet. So we'll see what happens.
Network stability. If you stay in the path, we'll get a stronger signal.
But the performance without RT is pretty disappointing so far. What happens if I fail all of them? I've always been wondering.
Okay. Hey, local network is connected.
Yeah, we're using ray tracing. Don't worry, we're going to use it.
New crime report.
Just to make sure that it's on. I remember when I played this on stream on PS5, I had a reflection of this thing in this window. So that's how I'll check. So to check, I need to stand right here. But there's definitely a non-ray trace option, which is good to see. So let's put ray tracing on high, which is the minimum option. Hopefully it doesn't crash. Okay, so this is the high RT. Settings plus medium LOD, high RT. So high ray tracing puts reflections and ray traced interiors. This is, okay, interiors of buildings, gotcha. And the geometry of what's being ray traced. There's also Ray Reconstruction that has a transformer model. Okay. So if you use Ray Reconstruction, it's going to basically force quality DLSS with the transformer model. We're going to try that later because when I tried to launch the game like this, it crashed. Compiling ray tracing shaders, okay. Compile those. So far we still don't get ray tracing. Give it a moment. At the bottom over there is compiling shaders. Interesting. First time I've seen that. Let's give it a few. There it goes. There I am. And as you can see, this reflection like this is exactly what it looked like on PS5 when I played it on the base PS5. So as you can see, this rounded thing that is not rounded has a very low LOD in the reflection. It's not that bad. We lose 13 FPS with ray tracing on. But again, these reflections, this is how it looks on base PS5 as far as I remember. You can probably fix the geometry by just increasing the LOD here. The geometric detail. There we go. So this is what the geometry detail should look like on PS5, actually. And this is how it looks on very high. It's a huge difference. Not sure if you guys are noticing. I think it's pretty obvious. So yeah. Yeah, 4060 Ti should be fine, don't worry. Okay. It's a huge improvement on performance though to keep this on high. 77 FPS versus 67. Then ray trace shadows. Let's keep those for later. Let's just increase the geometry. Or, oh, hold on. What happens if I do this? Okay. Let's keep it on high for now. And let's use upscaling. Let's use the transformer model and see what happens with Ray Reconstruction. This is legacy. Okay, now Miles is HD. The reflection is super HD now. Hopefully it doesn't crash with the transformer model. Okay. Gotcha. So with the legacy one, we get a much higher frame rate. Instead of 76, we get 49 FPS. So the transformer model is pretty taxing on this one. So I'll maybe use the legacy one for that. DLSS is on quality. It forces us to do so. Yeah, it's not an Autobot. Although the reflections look way better. Although they have some deep learning artifacts, as I call them. If you look at the reflections in motion, it's hard to tell, but it has some weird ghosting thing going on there. A little bit. You had to look closely. But it looks very, very good. Wow. It's pretty stable. When it comes to the image, I mean. But let's see without without Ray Reconstruction. Ray Reconstruction, at least on the Transformer model, not the news model, CNN. Transformer 41 looking into the distance, Legacy 59. I think it's pretty obvious. It still looks good. It's less stable. Okay, in motion is way less stable when it comes to the reflection. I gotcha. But personally, I much rather keep it like this. Whoa. But it's very, very intensive. Definitely.
Lost your keys? There's a locksmith up the street.
Also, there is a visual bug in the ground.
For one armored car?
I'll show you.
Seems like overkill.
The carpet is blinking for some reason.
I don't know. Tried to help rescue people.
Although everything is being reflected in the ground. Yeah, this is 3060. If you have an 8GB 3060, lower those textures to medium, and you should be good. GG. I'm happy though that they don't force ray tracing on you.
See?
I was expecting them to go, okay, no ray tracing, unplayable. Okay, ray reconstruction is interesting, but let's see if I turn it off, what happens to the performance. Because the performance, at least for me, seems a little bit too low. So without ray reconstruction and the same upscaler, instead of 50s, how much do we get? 60s. Okay, 10 more frames. So without ray reconstruction, it's a big difference.
No,
¿Qué dijimos? Spider-Man isn't going to get you into college.
I'll make it, Ma. Promise. Gotta run.
Enough of this. Bring in the big guns.
Big guns?
Yeah, still I was expecting better performance than this. Maybe it's because we're in the sand version of New York. But it's still part of the game. Oh, I forgot that there's a parry button. I haven't played this game in a while.
Using abstract equations for hypothetical situations.
You're not gonna win this.
I think I like this kind of physics better.
3050 16 gigs, does that exist? Or you're talking about VRAM and system RAM separately? Yeah, it runs better than the unofficial port. For the people that do not know, the unofficial port for PC of this game is basically the leak code, the leak source code of Spider-Man 2. Modders took that, fixed it, and released that on the internet. So you could actually play this on PC a while ago already.
Ooh, nice work.
And what to say?
Just came in.
It's 300 gigs, and it runs worse than this, so that's good.
Help a lot of people. Thanks, Miles. Let's hit these last requests and get back.
FOB, I'm going to try that in a moment. Give me a sec. And skip. The Sandman part is the less expensive part, performance-wise. Are you sure about that? It dropped lower when Sandman was going.
Back there. We didn't touch it.
And here it drops even further, actually. Funnily enough. Yeah, maybe I go in... Maybe the high textures are killing it. 54. Yeah, I think we're VRAM limited actually, and we're at 12 gigabytes of VRAM. Yeah, on medium textures I get 60 frames. This is weird. Well, it's probably not weird because if you think about it, we have ray tracing on. That's probably what's filling up the VRAM. Yeah, VRAM limited at 1080p is wild. True. Although, if you look at the requirements, it kind of makes sense. It says 3060 for 1080p, non-ray traced, 6 FPS.
I have a hunch. Sit tight. Let me talk to his doctor.
And this is with ray tracing. Y la 3060 se la banca, o sea, el juego funciona. I just was expecting a bit more.
Sand crystal thing
But technically, they didn't lie with the requirements, if you think about it.
literally shattered into pieces.
They said high settings, 1080p, 6 FPS. We're playing higher than high settings.
Trying to protect whatever's in that crystal. But listen, if you
Yeah,
can
high
find
is the lowest RT setting,
they say you
by the
might
way.
be able to make him whole again.
Being a stamp person sounds complicated.
So ray tracing is pretty taxing, definitely.
Okay, Marco. What was your subconscious protecting?
But if you're using ray tracing, don't use the highest textures. Unless you have 24 gigs of VRAM or something.
You were gone.
Talking crystal.
Yeah, talking crystal.
Seems like it holds a part of Marco's memory. MJ said that there were more crystals scattered around the city. Gotta keep an eye out.
Okay, can I switch to Peter again?
Looks like some VIP stuck in a limo.
Oh wait, this is one of the funniest parts of the game. Just to be sure, I'll restart the game. I changed the many settings and sometimes that makes a difference.
She's trying to.
So let me give that a shot. Yeah, I'm VRAM limited using ray tracing at 1080p with high textures. That's pretty funny. No tengo 3060 Ti, pero te va a dar bien. No va a haber problema. No frame gen. There's frame gen, but FSR3 is frame gen. If you have a 40 series card or newer, you can do further the NVIDIA frame gen. Come on. Whatever you're doing, do it quickly. Already a patch? No, that's not a patch. Ugh, I love when Steam bugs out. There it goes. 6 megabyte update. And sometimes it happens. Either that or they didn't post about the patch. I hate when this happens. Steam kinda gets all buggy for no reason. Yeah, I mean, the 3070 people are probably mad right now. Only 8 gigabytes of VRAM. And then Nvidia comes out saying, oh yeah, 8 gigabytes of VRAM is like 16 gigs on AMD. Yeah, right. Come on, Steam. You can do this. Yeah, probably the Transformer model runs better on 50 and 40 series cards. It technically should, but who knows? There we go, finally. I hate when that happens. Anyway, settings. 1080p, DLSS quality, very high with medium textures. Yeah, this is SSAO. This had a huge performance impact. By the way, the ray tracing preset, high is the minimum it goes. So it's either high or nothing, basically. But let's put the rest on high, just to make sure everything is in order. Because technically this should be on high according to the requirements on a 3060, quote unquote. Okay, that should be good. Yeah, 89 gigabyte download, 100 and something gigabyte install. Okay. Let's see if it tests over 60 now. I restarted the game.
Limo driver says some VIP is trapped.
On it.
Okay, as soon as effects come into the screen, like in Miles Morales,
Still there?
Yeah, he's with Haley right now.
it wrecks the
Trying to stall him
performance.
for you.
Nice. Hopefully he's gonna tell me how to write my college essay.
You're not done with that yet? You know, since I already got into ESU,
But we got ray
I can
tracing,
help
I
you.
guess.
Nah, you do too much already. Plus, if you helped me get into college, you never shut up.
Yeah, that's true.
3060 medium, not high. Okay, that makes more sense then. I forgot. Yeah, FSR frame gen works, actually. Even on the 1650. Whoa! What happened? It crashed. That's not a good look. Let me double check the requirements. I think it was for medium settings, yeah. Crashman 2. Spider-Man 2 system requirements. 3060 for medium settings at 1080p 60. Okay, that makes sense. The medium presets has some stuff on low though. Let's just pretend. Let's play pretend. Pretend you didn't see anything. Yeah, I was changing a lot of settings when I restarted the game, so that shouldn't be a problem. It shouldn't have crashed. I tried it without ray tracing, but I think I'm going to try medium to high without ray tracing, just to be sure.
Limo driver says some VIP is trapped.
On it.
Okay,
Kinky, is Mrs.
praying
still
for
there?
not another crash.
He's with Haley right now. She's trying to stall him for you.
Nice. Hopefully he's gonna tell me how to write my college essay.
You're not done with that yet? You know, since I already got into ESU, I can help you.
Nah,
Not trying what?
you do too much already. Plus, if you helped me get into college, you never shut up about it.
Yeah, I was expecting higher performance personally.
Hey, stay away from that limo. Ah!
But let's get out of the Sandman City. Unfortunately, I cannot skip it. At least not right away.
Paparazzi's bad enough.
But once the symbiotes show up, I don't know what the performance will be.
Y'all are the
Just a heads up. Yeah, I'll turn off ray tracing in a moment. Give me a few. Patience is a virtue.
Hospital.
J. Jonah Jameson.
All right, Mr. Jameson, let's get you to the hospital.
He's being kidnapped by Spider-Man.
Man, you gotta come see who the VIP in the limo was.
I shudder in anticipation. See
Yeah,
the
without
highway, I'm on my
RT,
way.
we should be good. Oh, DLSS is on quality, by the
You
way.
with me?
Before Spider-Man shows up. Yeah, this is DLSS quality. DLSS quality. But again, this is with ray tracing. If we do the settings, again, this is the medium preset, which puts shadows on low for some reason. If I turn off ray tracing, it should be a huge performance boost.
Hey, Spider-Man.
Yeah, I mean, look at that difference.
What? Where am Spider-Man?
Jonah, my sunshine. You okay?
Help! I've been abducted!
What?
Yeah, he's being kidnapped.
I'm helping you, man.
Come and get a photo with us! Mass criminals kidnap beloved new
But obviously, I was just using ray tracing because the PS5, the base PS5, does not have a non-ray traced option.
Still got work to do.
It feels way better like this, obviously. The RT reflections are like in the original game.
Consent. Ooh. Menaces. I'm surrounded by menaces.
So yeah, it's fine. Let's try DLAA instead of DLSS.
J. Jonah Jameson.
So technically, this is what the requirements say. The requirements say, okay, if you want medium settings, medium preset, no ray tracing at 6 FPS 1080p, you need a 3060. Well, apparently that's a thing.
Hey. Sorry about the
Although
job.
medium, especially the building into the distance there, looks a little bit too low resolution.
Well, listen. There's an open photo call at the New York Bulletin. I just sent a shot in yesterday. It's
Yeah, probably high makes more sense.
money.
That's Robbie Robertson's paper. We used to work together at the Bugle. I think I know just what he'd like. Thanks, Miles.
No problem. I might.
Let's see. So technically right. Let's see high settings. Probably going to wreck the performance, but that's okay. High settings. With high settings, funnily enough, puts reflections on low. And there's an FOV slider. Nice. I'm going to keep it on default to help the GPU a little bit. Okay. DLAA, high settings. Textures, we keep it the same. And no ray tracing.
Send him a few more shots too if I have time.
Robbie always said, don't show me the city. Show me New York.
Although now we're not in Sandman's infested city, so it should technically be less demanding now. Yeah, it's not so bad without ray tracing. The thing is, ray tracing really puts a hit on the GPU. Although when we get through the trees, it can drop.
Ain't that something?
Yeah, I think high settings will be fine. And yeah, I cannot skip this mission.
Submit and...
Peter, how you doing, son?
Robbie, hi. I know this is out of the blue, but I wanted to let you know I just sent in a photo.
Yeah, I'll
of
put the
your-
reflections back on high, don't
We
worry.
can definitely run this. I got to duck into a meeting, but if you find the beating heart of New York anywhere else,
Yeah, I'll
send it
turn
my
on
way.
frame gen in a moment.
Good to hear from you.
You too, Robbie. Thanks.
Come on. Move. Allow me to move. Okay. Let's try fast traveling here. Let's see how quickly... Oh, I need to do the missions first. Oops. Yeah, there's a few drops below 60. On high, actually. But again, I'm pretty sure it's a draw distance. We don't seem to be 100% CPU limited though. So that's good. Anyway. So if you want to play on high, consider DLSS quality. Still looks pretty good. Yeah, DLSS quality. This is the way to go, definitely. So we're doing DLSS quality, high settings, no RT. RT, you can still do it if you want to. But it's pretty heavy.
Looks like one of Marco's memory crystals, Miles told
I can
me about.
only enable the transformer model using
Thought I'd see you guys
ray
again.
tracing because it's tied to Ray Reconstruction. I'm guessing we can change that with DLSS swapper, but at the moment I want to just avoid changing DLLs for now.
It's a nightmare.
For now. I'll do it in a separate video, definitely. By the way, if you have a 3050, if you use DLSS quality on medium, you should be good. You should be at 60. I'm pretty sure. Mine broke, it's an RMA, so I hope I don't have to buy another one. Good thing it's not an Asus card though, it's a Gigabyte card. Hopefully they don't send it back in pieces. Yeah, we could also use dynamic DLSS, but I think like this it looks fine.
Time to check out that crystal.
Uses less VRAM as well.
But I don't want you to worry. That's my job.
Marco thought he was being watched. Who's key?
But definitely RT is very heavy, which makes sense. I mean, basically all the buildings have reflections.
My suit is sandy in all the wrong places.
Anyway.
Time for a change.
Spare suit. Yes, please. I need it. And since we're here with DLSS quality and I always trash on frame generation, I'm going to enable frame gen from FSR 3. Because Nvidia won't give us that on 30 series cards. And since I always say the base frame rate has to be high, we're at 112 frames. And with frame gen, we should be at how much? There's a 100% save file on Nexus mods. Thanks for the heads up. Okay, we jumped to 185. Ooh. FSR 3 frame gen. Okay. With such a high base frame rate, it feels okay. No input lag? No, I didn't say that. I said it's not so bad. But if the base frame rate is at 60, you're usually good. It all depends on you at that point. Again, personally, I'm not a fan of frame gen, but you can use it if you want to. And this suit didn't load for a moment. Where's the Zoe Maguire suit? I'll keep it as usual. And for Miles, I'll put the badass hooded suit.
Hey, MJ.
Hey, I'm headed to your place to drop something off. Is the back door unlocked?
I don't know. Left in a hurry this morning.
Yeah, PSN is not mandatory. I didn't log in and it was fine.
School okay?
Yep.
Yeah, with a good base frame rate, frame gen is good.
Hopefully tomorrow will be quieter.
I am sure it will be.
So yeah, as much as I like to trash on frame gen,
Worse
with
than
a
fired.
base of 60 or higher,
Girlfriend
it's
that
okay.
you got fired.
Oh yeah, the screen space reflections on high. Sorry. There it goes.
I'm just gonna.
But this isn't given anywhere near the same FPS. What are we talking about? Ooh, tidy up the house. Oh no, it's one of those missions. Oh no.
May mortgage the house to keep Beast afloat. And now I'm sinking.
Oh no. Real life Spider-Man.
Hey, so
Man 2.
have you thought any more about moving in?
We talked about this. I need to be in the city, close to where the action
Spider
is.
pain.
But think of all the romantic dinners we could
Artifacts
have
a little bit on
When was the last time
the
you were
UI
home for
actually
dinner?
when
Fair
aiming.
point.
But it's not as noticeable if your base frame rate is high.
Bummer that the teaching thing didn't work
And
out.
by high I mean above 60.
I don't know. To be honest, I'd like to take some time off, but
Before doing ray tracing again, let's try 1440p. With balanced DLSS and no frame gen. I want to see the actual frame rate. Indoors is probably going to be fine.
I can't really afford to.
By the way, we're indoors at the moment.
I can't. I mean, I could, but I can't.
If you need time, I can cover the mortgage.
Oh, this
No,
is
no, I
DLSS
can't let
balanced.
you do that. Plus, you said Jonah might clean house.
I won't let him fire me. I know how much this house means to you. We'll figure it out.
I don't deserve you.
Hey, what's this?
No, Peter, she doesn't deserve you.
Is all this maze?
No, the game doesn't require an
Yeah,
RT-capable
I need to
GPU.
donate it.
I was expecting it to be
Yeah.
mandatory ray tracing, but apparently not.
Some
It has an option to remove ray
photos of
tracing.
you.
I was expecting it to be, again, full ray tracing, just because of the fact that on PS5 there's no non-RT
Take a
option.
picture of that. Balance. What is
Yeah,
that?
balance, like FSR. FSR,
Is it
like
still there?
DLSS.
I'm gonna go take a look.
I'm using balanced. Don't worry, I'm going as fast as I can.
Keep looking at these photos you've never shown me. Oh, adorable.
Where was that hole again?
Where was that hole again? That sounds so sus.
Maybe May had a point.
Oh yeah, the FG test
Too much
text.
on. Something's gotta give.
No frame gen.
I should go check on MJ.
Stuck. Oh, there we go. Optimize, well, optimize day one. I mean, so far, I was expecting better from the 3060
Sure you're up for
this
this?
game, and here we go, Man 2.
feeling good. I was using the cane just for insurance, but I don't even need it.
I think you have more energy than I do.
So, tell me everything. What's been keeping you busy?
Just substitute teaching in between getting.
But again, I was expecting it to be RT only, especially because they weren't. I mean, they showed the system requirements yesterday.
Reminds me a little of me, actually.
Lucky kid. I
That's
never
insane
passed on
that
a
they
job.
showed the requirements 24 hours before release.
Hey, I read about
That's
your
pretty
old
sus.
boss, Dr. Octavius.
Yeah, this is the worst part of the game. Well,
That's one way to put
the
it.
second
yeah.
worst. Well, at least the Mary Jane missions have some combat to
Why
them.
didn't you tell me you were sick? I'd have been there in a shot.
You wouldn't have liked what you'd seen. The tree
Man
was
2!
I was floating in a tank with a healing agent.
Yeah, this is the actual game. The important section of the game is here actually.
Experimental stuff.
Wait.
This is the highlight. This is the reason why people buy the game.
Can neither confirm nor deny.
Psycho Man.
This place looks exactly the same as it did 10 years ago.
Yeah, there's a stealth mission that's going to happen as well.
Sure the drive is upstairs in your locker?
Yeah, now we are young Peter.
You said you were sure. I was. I mean, I am. Why are you asking now? I don't know. I'm not.
But if I skip the cutscenes, it should be pretty quick. By the way, those floors are immaculate.
Bucket.
Nah, too messy.
I expected Ballas to shoot them. Rest in pepperonis.
Heyo! That was a
Flash, get ready to be tackled. Nice.
Oh yeah, definitely not suspicious.
This is what criminals do. Am I a criminal now?
Hey, forgot to tell you I showed our presentation to my mom. She thought it was really great.
Yeah, the PS5
One
actually
critique though.
does have ray tracing whether you like it or
Should
not.
rename it Heal the World.
Well,
So technically, when I enable ray tracing, I'm closer to the base PS5.
Top of
But the
stairs.
PS5
It's right there, right?
even has a performance RT option, so you can actually play at 60 frames with ray tracing. Although it sacrifices resolution, don't know how low it drops. Oh, my bad. Yeah, I'm guessing PS5 is closer to medium settings.
So, library to
But I don't know.
photo lab to gym, gym to locker. Easy.
HDR will probably look great.
Path is clear.
What was that?
Crap!
Hey!
Oh, I really wish I had backed this
These are tall ceilings for a classroom, and huge bands.
Friend. Oh, gotta go refill my web shooters first.
1200p sometimes. Okay.
Okay, where did I leave my web fluid stuff? I know I put these under here somewhere.
Yeah, definitely not suspicious. Any stutters? There are some, but so far so good. I had the most stutter actually when I was on the 4GB card. And thank you so much, Matthew, for the 40 Indian rupees donation. He says, is 3060 plus i5 11400F a good combo? Yeah, you should be fine. Make sure that the 3060 is a 12GB version, otherwise performance first, performance will be lower. Second, you'll have less VRAM. Keep that in mind.
Old backpack. Forgot I put that here. Gotta start keeping track.
Don't worry, I want to enter the missions after this.
I can't get away from this guy. Gotta distract him so I can get out of here.
Find distraction.
What's that?
This is me making a break.
Dead Space 2.
You can just stay where you are, kid. Stop running away.
A gigabyte of RAM can run is using more than 10 gigabytes of system RAM, so I cannot drop from the ceiling. There we go. I just noticed. This is my studio. Look. Why would I put a graphics card in a school computer? If this was realistic, it would have only integrated graphics. Yeah, it's a cameo. It's a reference to this channel, actually. Somehow.
Right field wreck. Gotta move him away from that door.
Yeah, there was a stutter there, but nothing major.
Sorry for the mess, Rick.
Okay. Now, you can't tell me we don't.
The specs all in the description.
Ghost. Just a spider.
We good?
Sure you're up for this?
Okay,
Question
almost
is,
done.
Are you?
Let's see it, big talker.
Playing Spider-Man 2 on Spider-Man 2 PC video next.
No biggie.
We need that.
All you?
Can we play Doom in Spider-Man 2? Probably. This mechanic always cracked me up. I'm like, are you serious?
Nice. I am so
I'm so good!
seriously.
Thanks. Hey.
Controller
get
name,
a chance to see
this
what
is
you do
an
yourselves.
Nothing.
FlyDG Apex 3 Elite gaming
Been busy
controller.
and I don't know. Feels
Although
weird.
the Apex 4 already exists, so you should go for that
That
one
must have
instead.
been really tough, Pete. No
Yeah,
rush.
we're doing ray tracing again.
Here we go.
Once I can get back to the open world. I made a mistake and I entered.
Well, when
the
MJ
slow
moves
mission.
in, maybe she'll help with the house.
No, it doesn't require a PSN account. Sony
think
changed
she'll
that
help?
requirement. Now you
she'll
don't need
move
to
in.
log in on single player games. So Last of Us 2 Remaster, God of War
I mean, it seemed like
Ragnarok,
you guys were doing good.
Horizon Zero Dawn, you don't
your
need
house?
to log into PSN anymore.
Figure it out.
This on an SSD. On a hard drive, I don't know how it will be, honestly. But I'll try it on the SD card later on Steam Deck, just for the memes.
I have no idea.
It does have DLSS 4 when I enable Ray
Thanks for bringing
Reconstruction.
me
breaking
Oh
your
my
laptop.
god.
Just let it go. You can't just let him get away with it. He's captain of the football team.
Don't worry.
Our backup singer.
I played this mission a few times.
Best revenge is to win that competition tomorrow.
Yeah, only Steam DRM so far.
Quick, get under there. Gotta get him back in that elevator.
I checked this floor 3 times already. This is a damn goose chase.
He sucks at checking floors.
Anybody in there? What's going on?
Harry lore. You.
He's got lucky with that one. Oh, yeah. Quick, get the drive and let's go.
Yeah, get the drive, then hide from the police.
You still got that thumb drive? Yeah. Just gotta make it to those doors.
B580, I don't have one. 4090 stream, maybe. I'm tempted. I might do it. Ah, okay, this part will be fast. I remember exactly what to do.
They're in here somewhere. My guys are looking. We need your statement. Tell me what you saw.
First this,
What have you actually seen?
then where's the other distractor?
Have you actually seen them? Not so much, but
Oh,
I've heard
there.
them.
Sometimes these things pop for no
And
reason. Nice.
yeah, this mission is as simple as it gets.
Guy.
Yeah, not suspicious at all.
He's alone. Now for something I like to call the upside down pickpocket. Got it.
Huh? What was that?
Yeah, so convenient. Yeah, I'm ready for speedrunning. The 100% save file because I didn't want to look for it, but I'll be there in a moment. There we go.
Maybe these wind tunnels can give
Okay,
you a
I'm,
boost.
I'm going to do that save later. So I can play as a symbiote.
There's another one.
Oh, okay. Talking about missions.
Whoa! I'm getting the hang of this.
A traversal is fine. Just, if you want to play at 1440p, maybe consider not enabling ray tracing. That's all. On 1080p, just use quality DLSS and you'll be good.
Updraft. I should check the view. Love a windy day.
Hey Miles, I'm just getting to the raft.
And inside
Would've
Central
missed it.
Park.
Who we're babysitting?
Yeah, we seem to be fine.
Got a tip yesterday that Scorpion's being moved to Raven.
1080p, I already did 1080p, so no need.
Became his roommate.
Scorpion can definitely throw a tantrum. I'll be there.
Okay,
Hey,
this is a good place to save now.
it's another one of Marco's memory crystals. Should take care of that.
Do you think 3060 Ti will do a lot better? On the 3060 Ti, you probably will need to lower textures. But we should be good. Anyway. Let's enable ray tracing now. Now that we have 1440p and with balanced DLSS, it's okay. We are on high settings. Let's enable ray tracing, but on the lowest ray tracing option, which in this case is high. And let's see what happens. Oh, it's compiling the shaders. My bad. So I don't have a reflection yet. Give it a few. It needs to compile the RT shaders. 1 sec. Disable DLSS? Why? Why would I do that? Fine.
Hey friends, it's Danica. You
I
are
will.
listening to the Danicast.
You convinced me.
Now the
Is this DLSS 4? As far as I know, you can choose between the Legacy and Transformer model if you use Ray Reconstruction. If you're not using Ray Reconstruction, it doesn't tell me, so I don't know. But so far, Ray Reconstruction destroys your frame rate. So far. Yeah, this is the new NVIDIA drivers. Yeah, we're doing the 4060 right after this. Okay, I think it compiled. Yeah, I'm reflected now. GG.
Dennis, we at the Denicast salute you. Keep doing what you're doing.
Okay, we lose a few frames. We're on balanced DLSS. So if you do not use DLSS, it will be definitely a 30 frames experience. But it's so weird to see your reflection, the reflection of your character. I mean, I saw it on PS5, on base PS5, but still. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, the VRAM usage obviously was going to spike up. And thank you so much, Rohit, for the 179 Indian rupees donation. Thank you so much. He says, will this game support 1658 GB of VRAM? Does it exist? That's the question. Does a 1650 with 8 GB actually exist? If you're talking about system RAM, then I would probably recommend against 8 GB of system RAM. The game is using way more than 10 GB. So I would say a minimum of 16 GB of VRAM. Of system RAM. Yeah, here when I'm moving quickly, it just dies with ray tracing on. Heavily depends on what's going on. Anyway. If you want to use ray tracing, my advice would be medium preset on the 3060. We're talking about 1440p here, not 1080p. Medium preset with ray tracing on high. Maybe lower the object range to... Oh, okay. To 3. 3 should be good. So medium everything at 1440p with high RT. Again, we don't have medium RT. Just a heads up.
That car's swerving all over the place. Is there a street race I don't know about?
Yeah, there is an improvement. Not 100% 60, but hey, it's an option to be closer. What about 30 FPS? I'll get to you. But so far the DLSS looks good. The issue is that Ray Reconstruction destroys the frame rate. By the way, if you enable Ray Reconstruction, you're going to get... it's going to enable DLSS. 54 with Ray Reconstruction, and with the Transformer model, we get 35. So yeah, it takes an nosedive. So Ray Reconstruction on Transformer, it's a huge hit to performance. So yeah. Personally, I wouldn't use Ray Reconstruction Transformer, at least on this card, just due to the performance hit alone. Although the reflections do look a lot better in comparison. Yeah, I'm guessing if it says Transformer, it's DLSS 4. That's just a guess, of course. Let's see, 35, and then Legacy is 55. And without Ray Reconstruction, we get 70. But Ray Reconstruction does a lot for the reflection. I mean, without Ray Reconstruction, let me move the camera a tiny bit. There we go. So as I was saying, with Ray Reconstruction, Without ray reconstruction, it's something like this. With ray reconstruction, it's this. And with the transformer model, it's this. I mean, on the reflection, it does make a difference, but between the legacy and transformer model, I mean, in motion, it does look better, the transformer model, but the performance hit is huge, and this is without ray reconstruction. So if you look at Miles and the buildings in the background, that's what ray reconstruction does. It's pretty efficient visually. But we're talking about 60 versus 83 FPS. So if you look at it, no ray reconstruction, 84, ray reconstruction legacy, 61, ray reconstruction transformer, 37. Oof. I'm fine without ray reconstruction, at least on this card. Yeah, we could also use performance DLSS instead, but we're going to take a look at that on the 4060. Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, we're playing Spider-Man, so see that reflection over there? I'm swinging by it. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. You're just a passerby. So I agree when it comes to that notion. It's not a big deal. It's a nice detail, but not a deal breaker. I mean, you can see Miles being reflected. Oh my god, look at that! I mean, yeah, it's nice, but it's not mandatory. Let's do 4K. Oh, before 4K though, I promised I was going to use DLAA at 1440p with medium settings and ray tracing. Oops, didn't apply the settings. Or did I? Oh yeah, I did. My bad. Medium preset, high ray tracing. We should be good. White texture filtering on 2x. I think that's the medium preset doing BS. There we go. Sorry about that. DLAA, medium settings, high ray tracing. Okay, I think I can push it to high, actually. If we're targeting 30s, we do it correctly. Or very high. Let's try very high. No ray reconstruction so far. Okay. Oof, it's so weird to play this at 30 after playing at 60. My eyes. So if you want a 30 frames experience with better visuals, there you go. Yeah, the 2060 will be fine. Just put textures on medium, and you should be good. Okay, the 40 series should have a lower impact with ray reconstruction on transformer. Makes sense. Same with the 50 series. How's it going, by the way, Benchmark King? Long time no see. Cannot wait for your video on Spider-Man 2, by the way. Make sure to show symbiotes. Anyway, 4K. For 4K, I'm definitely doing medium. And I'm definitely turning off ray tracing. So 4K. Okay, 4K native on medium. 4K DLAA, medium, no RT, no Ray Reconstruction, and no frame generation. Again, medium preset. Okay, yeah, no, not happening. But hey, quality DLSS it is, I guess. It looks pretty damn sharp though. Damn! And yeah, my frame times are horrible. Let me restart. What am I doing? What's the minimum VRAM? With 4 GB you can get away with it. Just don't if you have less than 8 GB. That's my advice. Let me recheck the settings. 4K, medium. I wouldn't push textures much further, honestly. I don't know why medium preset has some stuff on low, but they won't get away with it. And let's put high textures. We're going to try DLSS as well. Don't worry. I got you. Audio died during VRAM talk. What? Oops. Anyway, I was saying VRAM, at least if you have a 4 GB GPU, you're fine. With low textures. If you have 8 GB medium, it's probably a better idea. And if you are using ray tracing, I would say medium to low textures. Uses a lot of VRAM. Especially with ray tracing. Yeah, 4060 after this, don't worry. I got you.
Better head to the raft soon.
And native 4K, personally, I wouldn't. It's it's a very low frame rate. DLSS performance. I mean, at 4K usually looks pretty damn good with performance DLSS. Ooh, that's so much better. Ah, my eyes. It looks damn sharp now. I mean, of course, internally, this is 1080p. Obviously. But it looks so much better than 1080p. I say this every single time, but it's the truth. Does this game support multi-frame gen? I know that it supports FSR 3.1 frame gen. It works pretty well. But other than that, I know that it has DLSS 4 features when using Ray Reconstruction. So it might have multi-frame generation. There are some issues though with the effects. Especially those into the distance. Download size, 89 gigabytes download, 107 gigabytes install.
Here we go, Spider-Man. Here we come. Didn't your mom ever teach you not to steal? You won't last long, Spider.
Can I run on a 580? You should be fine. Should. I just can tell you that it does have a no ray tracing option, which I'm using right now. So you should be fine. Should. Again. I haven't tried it.
Y'all better think
Dead.
twice next time.
So yeah, 4K with performance DLSS, you should be good. 8 GB of RAM starts. I don't think 8 GB of RAM is enough. Anyway, next card. I took a little bit too long on this one, I'm sorry. I was experimenting. Let's shut it down and swap to the 4060 finally. The configuration is running like a base PS5, only the RT is turned off. Awesome. Alright, 4060. The 3060 has just been removed. No, it's not sag. It's not sag. It's a camera angle. It makes it look weird. Trust me on that one. Oops. Top fan dead. I don't have anywhere to plug it in actually. That's the reason. I have two fans in the front to grab some air, but I couldn't plug in the top one. I don't have another fan connector. Here we go, 4060. Okay, we start with 1080p, DLAA. Let's start with very high no RT, and we'll see what happens. Wish me luck. Can you use splitters for fans? Yeah, but I don't have any more. So I need to buy a few of them. I'm just delaying it, and I forgot. Good thing it's an open test bench, at least. Does this game ask for DX12? Yeah, it does. 4060. Alright. One of the most popular GPUs on Steam. Very high. Those textures, I'm scared. Me very scared. Yeah, we have only 8 GB of VRAM. I know it sounds weird to say it, but it's the truth. Yeah, Red Dead 2 for 15 is completely worth it. Yeah, very scared settings. Typo alert, very settings. Oh, oops, very settings. Thanks. Very settings. Sounds very realistic though. Okay, I think it loaded the shaders now. Awesome. Let's see it. No, I haven't eaten yet. I ate before doing this live stream. Okay, it's loading. I have a loading screen behind me. Okay. CPU usage maxed out. That's a good sign. Thanks, Death X Primer. I appreciate that. Okay. First impressions are good. Yeah, here it always drops. I don't know what's under this bridge. This bridge, when I fly under it, it drops every single time. Okay, I think we can do 1 or 2 adjustments, but it's okay. Yeah, this is the 8GB 4060 and the previous one was the 3060 12GB. Very settings. 3060 Ti, 8GB. It should be faster than this for sure. A little bit faster.
Your head will make a fine stroke.
Whoa, those blades are sharp. You must be new in town.
Hi, I'm Spider-Man. In case
I'm
you didn't know,
Spooderman.
These guys are bad news. Definitely want to keep them in prison.
Get out of our way! This does not concern you!
Alright, guess we
Yeah, I'll
can
probably use high settings to avoid those drops into the 50s. If you want to play on native, of course. If you don't care about native and you want to play with DLSS quality, then you can put it on very high and keep it there.
these guys. I was hoping you knew.
3-second reaction time. I was reading.
On it.
Take out the defenses. Form up. Overwhelm the guard.
3058 gigs, can run it? Definitely.
This won't hold me long. They're trying to get inside the ship.
They want Scorpion and Lee. We gotta stop them.
Oops.
Target is in my sight.
What do you even want from these guys? Seems like your club has plenty of members.
You will see, and it will be glorious.
Yep.
Just keep going.
We'll try the new DLSS model. Yeah.
Common misconception. Spiders are not actually insects. But that's maybe beside the point right now.
Anyway. Yeah, I'll probably drop it to high. Personally.
Our quarry lies within. Locked on. Keep fighting.
Oops. But it still looks pretty good with that ray tracing.
Fire now!
Come on.
I'll get excited.
Don't forget 1050 Ti. Thanks for the reminder.
Nice entrance.
I love that.
You seeing these guys? There's a lot of money and tech here.
Yeah, they're not messing around. Seem desperate to get their hands on Scorpion, Lee.
Yeah, definitely. I would highly recommend you use high settings instead of very high, at least on the 4060, if you're using native. If you're not using native resolution, keep it on the highest and put DLSS on quality. Don't even bother otherwise. Yeah. So if you don't mind using upscaling,
Free again. Stay focused, Spider-Man.
you'll be above 60. So it's the classic.
The presence is unexpected.
But I would say high is fine. Just start to notice the settings reduction when you go to medium, especially when it comes to the draw distance of the buildings. In this game, it's very, very noticeable. But again, it's a performance sacrifice. Sacrifice draw distance, get better frame rate. Now, with a hard drive, don't even try it. What's the point? I might try it with an SD card just to F around on the Steam Deck, the micro SD card. It's a classic test that I like doing.
Why didn't we know the raft was moving Lee? It doesn't matter now. Let's just focus on taking these guys out, whoever they are.
How big is the game on PC? 107 gigs installed. The download is like 89 gigabytes.
Gotta get topside. As soon as I get everyone clear.
Okay, let's get outside of the ship.
You okay in there?
Trying to get out. Looking for some
This part is very quick, so don't worry. Where do you buy this? On Steam or on the Epic Games Store? The one that you like the most, which is obviously not the Epic Games Store.
It's getting worse out there.
Will you try Ninja Gaiden 2? I actually already did. I even tried the entire franchise on Steam Deck. So I already did it. Yeah, definitely a police officer in trouble.
Electrical access. Sounds promising.
Obviously, the superior choice is the Epic Games Store.
These guys have no idea who they're letting out. Still here. Promise. Come on, backup power.
How much boost will I see with that 12700K 4070 Ti Super? The 4070 Ti Super is much faster, so maybe 20 frames more. We're talking about 1440p. On 1080p it will be even faster.
Water's rising. Can't get back the way I came in. The electrical current is powerful in here. Even I can feel it. I can't let it get to that guard. This amount of electricity will fry him alive. I need you to stay away from the water, okay? Drain the excess energy.
We skip, so you guys get spoilers. Talking about spoilers. Pretend you didn't see this part.
It's not safe.
It's hard being Spider-Man, man. Spider-Man. I'm using an Apex 3 Elite.
Now that you're Spider-Man, I don't have to worry anymore.
It's pretty solid.
Time's running out.
Okay. There we go. Unlimited power!
Spider-Man! They got Lee! Scorpion 2! I'm after them now! Miles, do you think you can handle Lee? I can turn around right now! No! I got this! Go on!
Yeah, I'll try 4K, don't worry. We're going to do ray tracing on all of them. But as you can see right now, after a bit of playing, it's 1080p, it's using 7 gigabytes. We're borderline VRAM usage there. Yeah, Nvidia's stopping driver support for some GTX cards. Not sure if the 16 series is included, but that's hilarious. Okay. Before we continue, let's try ray tracing. Of course, for ray tracing, we're going to use upscaling. So we keep the settings the same. We keep the settings on high, actually. We just crank up those reflections. And the ray tracing preset, we're at 122 FPS right now. With ray tracing preset on high, it has to load the shaders first. Oops, there we go. High RT, unfortunately there's no medium. Let's see. Oh, it's compiling. Oops. Hang on. The shaders are not compiled. I'll dodge them until we compile those shaders. Compiling ray tracing shaders. Good, I can practice dodging. Come on, compile those. You got this. I'm happy that at least the game tells you. Mouse and keyboard. I wouldn't play this with mouse and keyboard, but it works. It just feels so much better using a controller. Come on. Don't worry, this will only happen the first time you enable ray tracing. Or if you update the drivers. Okay, this is taking a little bit longer than usual. Maybe due to the 8 GB of VRAM. Okay. Let us proceed then. There we go. The RT shaders compiled.
I don't know who you are, but you messed with the wrong city.
Okay. Let's see once we get outside of combat what happens. And this is high settings, not very high. Oops. CPU is in the description. Points. Oof, that was close. Yeah, PSN accounts are optional now on single player games. Ah, there you are. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. He's just floating in the water now. Nothing he can do.
I got you. Hang on to something.
Yeah, Sony finally decided not to put PSN as a requirement on single player games. I'll try on the 1050 Ti, don't worry. I'm vengeance. Come on. I gotcha. No worries, man. Happy to be here. Love this game, by the way. I think that's why this video is longer than usual. I'm 2 hours in. I thought it was longer. Okay, good.
How many times I gotta tell you people? Lee stays with me. Watch your head.
Yeah, Spider-Man Remaster runs better, definitely. But I thought this one was going to run even worse, so... in comparison to what I actually saw. I'm a bit disappointed with the 3060's performance, actually. Oops. Let's ignore that. Oh, that's dangerous, man. What the hell? Miles, what the hell are you doing? I'm just trying to be honest. Yeah, definitely nobody died that day. No, I'm not American. I'm South American, which sounds similar, but it's not the same. I know I can swap abilities. I know, I know. Well, let's do the window experiment. Yes, we are being reflected. That's a good thing. And the reflections will be way more defined with Ray Reconstruction. So let's see, Ray Reconstruction off looks like this. Let's zoom in a little. Ray Reconstruction on. It's okay. Legacy and the Transformer model, it's a bit better. At least when I'm standing still, looking at reflections for some reason. Yeah, this is no Ray Reconstruction, and the Transformer model. Let's see. So 81 FPS without Ray Reconstruction. 70, okay, 83 versus 85, 86. Okay, a couple frames less with the legacy Ray Reconstruction, and with the Transformer model, let's see, 83. Okay, 77. Definitely nowhere close of a hit to performance like it was on the 30 series card. The 30 series cards with the Transformer model shit their pants, basically. So that's very, very interesting. Anyway, so if you do something like this, and you keep weather on medium and the geometry on medium with the Transformer model and the, for some reason, very high reflections, I think this is because Ray Reconstruction plus DLSS quality, it still drops pretty hard, although those water reflections are way superior.
Too busy to visit your fam?
Nah, I was just giving you space.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe do not use the Transformer model on this card. Maybe we need to go lower with the DLSS. But it looks pretty damn good. It's pretty impressive. Yeah, Legacy has some flickering, but it runs better. Although without it, we get a few more frames, definitely. Yeah, you can also turn off ray tracing. Yeah, and Ray Reconstruction disabled still looks good. I mean, technically in real life,
Then we focus on whoever took Lee and Scorpion.
reflections are not 100% perfect.
They're planning something big.
But again, in a game like this, I don't think it's a big deal to have ray tracing that looks like this. The fact that there is a reflection at all is good enough, in my opinion. But again, Ray Reconstruction makes it look better, more accurate reflections is the word. But this is optional. Let's max it out, yeah. Let's put the ultimate ray tracing. Ultimate ray tracing. And we are going to put the high setting. Now let's keep it like this. Yeah, the high setting instead of very high. Everything. Transformer Ray Reconstruction, DLSS quality, high settings, ultimate ray tracing. Okay, 30 FPS so far. And the reflections are are super defined. Look at Spider-Man. Spider-Man is like a mirror. Yeah, frame gen we can enable it in a bit, but not with a base of 30 FPS. But since Nvidia does it in their benchmarks, they're playing like Cyberpunk at 20 FPS. I guess that can give me a pass, right?
Better warn those guys they're illegal here without a permit before someone calls the cops on them.
Yeah, but look at how defined those reflections are. I think it's a little bit exaggerated. Before they shoot me. Look, I can see myself on the ground. Wow. Imagine that. Even the enemies are reflected. Why would you do this? I don't know. It just looks cool. It's funny though. Also, the fire is not reflected, but yeah, only geometry. Yep. But again, we're playing Spider-Man, so we're zapping through the city very quickly, so let's be honest here. It looks cool, but at the end of the day, we're swinging around the city at Mach 5 speed.
The world will
be cleansed of your filth.
This is how you burn! Web, is that all you can do?
Everybody,
Yeah, I'll probably show you performance DLSS. Since this is a transformer model, it should be... Although I'm not sure if... Do you guys know if the transformer model in this case is only for Ray Reconstruction? I'm still not entirely... I still don't entirely understand that. Or does it enable the Re 10.0 version when we enable Ray Reconstruction? Yeah, I'll do Sniper Elite Resistance. I got a review code 3 hours ago, actually. But not today. Today is Spider-Man 2 day. Okay.
What was the deal with those guys? Felt like they came out of a cult. Better tell Pete about them.
Anyway, performance DLSS then. Oh, wait, before that. Oh, you know what? Let's see what performance DLSS looks like. It's a bit pixelated. Still looks good, but a bit pixelated. It's fine. Yeah, no. I can definitely notice the difference. What about balanced? You know what? Let's do this. Let's put it on balanced and enable frame generation. And let's see where it goes. So we have at least a decent base frame rate. So when I'm in the air, 40 something, that's okay. And let's enable frame gen. We have frame gen FSR3 or frame gen DLSS for 40 series cards and newer. So we jump from 48 FPS to, please don't crash, 85. Okay. DLSS frame gen. Okay. Some input lag. The frame temps are pretty poor, but it's okay. I just feel a bit more latency with the controls. Yeah, I see some artifacts around Miles, but again, if you're not used to look at these things closely, you should be fine. Okay, stay safe, Tremble. Thanks for being here.
A new group of mercenaries made their presence known in the hijacking of the supervillain Scorpion and Mr. Negative. Not much is
What's up with the fireworks?
collective, other than their penchant
Let's see if I can do well in combat with frame gen. Oh, the reflex is not enabled? It should be enabled by default. What? Yeah, it's enabled. I'll put it on boost just to make you happy, by the way. Yeah, barely an improvement. But okay. If it makes you happy, I'll use it.
Looks like we have an eyewitness. Spider-Man! I'll get you!
Anyone see some robbers who are looking to lose a fight?
Look out! Hit him with all you got!
Yeah, I'm probably limited by video memory as well, but I'll restart, don't worry. This also happened with the previous game. Let's not pretend that the previous Spider-Man game didn't have this issue.
Did you guys know that the bags banks use don't?
How do you even get 50 degrees CPU? Well, if you look at my cooler, is water. Is this game CPU heavy like the previous title? If you enable ray tracing, it's pretty heavy. Especially, whoops, sorry, I hit the microphone. Especially if you are traversing quickly, which is kind of the point. Maybe lower those textures a little bit. How is the PC port so far? So far, so good. I was expecting way worse. I'm a little bit disappointed on how the 3060 handled the game, especially when when ray tracing is on. When ray tracing is on, the 3060 starts to crawl way more than the 4060
Why am I so
so far.
nervous?
Also, when using the transformer ray reconstruction, the 3060 gets like half the frame rate. Again, I don't think it's necessary to use ray reconstruction. It still looks great without it. But it's clearly much faster in that regard on the 4060. So yeah, I mean, on the 4060 is pretty good. I wouldn't use, again, FrameGen. I'm not a huge fan of it. But it feels okay. At least with balanced DLSS. So yeah. And the VRAM seems to be an issue as well, because I got a huge performance benefit with medium textures over high. Fire, fire.
That's enough.
I believe
Full speed above us.
Turn off the fires. We pretend there's no enemies. There we go. Let's see how I handle myself in combat. Yeah, I can still dodge. By the way, I'm playing on a controller, so that helps, I guess. But still, this game is meant to be played with a controller. Any issues? I had a couple crashes on the 4GB GPU. I don't know what's up with this webbing. That's probably a bug. Yeah, I think it's casting shadows, actually. This is probably a ray tracing thing. By the way, talking about weird stuff. Are we playing Starfield now? Yeah, but it's weird to have perfect reflections everywhere. Looks good though. I don't have a 4060 Ti, but it should be similar to this. Although if you have the 16GB version, you can crank up those textures, no problem. Anyway, 1440p. First of all, without FrameGen, instead of 101, we get 63. So FrameGen was doing a lot of the heavy lifting, but at least the base frame rate was into the 40s, so it wasn't a huge deal, in my opinion. You can still notice it if you play a lot of games at a high frame rate. But let's now do 1440p with ray tracing disabled. But so far, I'm impressed with how ray tracing ran in this card. I was expecting way worse than this. Maybe now it's when it starts changing when it comes to the 40 series versus the 30 series. Is he Peter? No, it's Miles. 1440p. Understood. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the Sniper Elite series. I mean, the X-ray cams never get old. High settings, no RT, no Ray Reconstruction, no frame. What a long menu that I have for you guys, holy hell. And DLSS is on balance already, okay. Maybe DLAA first. Let's go native. DLAA. Do you like GTA? Definitely. I mean, when it comes to video games, it's very difficult for me not to like it. There are exceptions, though. Naraka Blade Point, I hate that game. But then it's very difficult for me not to enjoy a video game. FOV switcher, yeah, you can increase the FOV as well. It has a little impact on performance, but I think the default is fine. So if you're going native, it works like this. Personally, I don't think it's a big deal to go for quality or balanced. DLSS on this one looks pretty good. Actually, if we get in 80s, now we're close to the 60s. DLSS quality. Quality? No, balanced. Oops. Balanced at 1440p. We seem to be good. Although I should restart the game, I'm being irresponsible. Yeah, the thing with 8 GB is that, especially when you use ray tracing, you'll notice. Although, never mind, we are CPU limited actually. I'm flying around. So ignore my "it's not CPU heavy" remarks. Yeah, I should restart. Especially if I turn on or off ray tracing. But so far, 1080p, as long as you use upscaling with ray tracing, you should be good. You can also use FrameGen. Personally, not a big fan of FrameGen, but I gotta admit that it works pretty well. Yeah, DLSS quality on 1080p, you're fine. Don't you worry, don't you worry. What CPU? It's in the description.
Uncle Aaron's waiting. Why am I so nervous?
Yeah, there you go. Definitely, if you're enabling or disabling ray tracing, restart the game. But we're still a little bit CPU limited when we go into the 80s. You know what? Actually, the real test is Times Square. I do not remember exactly where. Oh, here. Never mind. It's funny because in November, 3 months ago, I went to actual New York in real life, and I can tell you, it's insane having the infinite draw distance from real life. Without ray tracing, we're still CPU limited if we're targeting anywhere above 70 FPS. There you go. Yeah, this actually exists in real New York. Although you can notice that the scale is smaller than real New York, but that's to be expected, it's a video game. But still, it's weird seeing this recreated. Here, just a fast travel. I don't know if I have a part of town where I unlocked it. Yeah, I need to complete more activities. I think I'll grab the full game save and just play with that. Before doing that, let's enable ray tracing. Now that we're in Times Square. Yeah, Times Square definitely has a lot of reflective surfaces. And we are CPU limited at 80 FPS, so we're fine. We have room to spare. Yeah, the city without ray tracing looks weird. Let me see. This surface should be good for my reflection. So, Upscaling, let's keep it unbalanced. And let's put it on high ray tracing. Let it compile. Sí, corre la 1650. Rebobina el stream, lo vas a encontrar. Guys, rewind the live stream and you'll find the 1650 part. Just let it for a moment compile those ray tracing shaders. Why does this look better than the 4080 at max settings? It doesn't. Maybe my stream looks better than whatever video there is on the 4080. There we go. There I am. Hi there. Here we probably want drive Ray Reconstruction. Without it, it still looks good, in my opinion. Yeah, way more demanding now. Alright. Just to show you, let's focus on that bottle. Yeah, I'm being serious. So, if we enable Ray Reconstruction, now it's disabled. If you enable it, on Legacy, we go from 43 to, I'll let it load for a few seconds, 38. I think we're going to be VRAM limited on this one. 38 and transformer model. Okay, the same. Almost the same. A couple frames behind Legacy. So as expected, we lose a few frames with Ray Reconstruction. Nothing new. It's been happening before. We go from 45 to the mid-30s. Sorry, the upper 30s. And a couple frames below that in the transformer model. So it's not like on the 3060, as I was saying. Transformer or Ray Reconstruction. So now the reflections are way better when it comes to the definition of them. I mean, if you look at this reflection with and without it, it's way more defined, even in motion. It looks a little bit too perfect, honestly. But there's always an option to disable Ray Reconstruction if you want a performance improvement. I mean, it looks like basically normal ray tracing. This looks like better ray tracing, quote unquote. And this looks better in motion. I don't really care much about reflections, especially in a Spider-Man game. So my advice is to put it, if you're playing at 1440p on this card, is to put it on high. The ray tracing, you can keep it on high as well. Balanced DLSS. And if you want frame gen, you can use it to stay above 60, but it's not perfect. Obviously, there is some input lag. Okay, without Ray Reconstruction, it stays about above 30 more often. So yeah. And for the people that like fake frames, I'm not one of them. And some input lag, there is frame gen as well for this card. So now we're into the 70 FPS range, quote unquote. But I can feel the input lag. Again, I play a lot of games, so I notice it. Yeah, there's artifacting in the middle of the screen. So maybe try performance DLSS. Anyway.
Should have known it'd be cultists.
The cultists. Let's see how I fight with frame gen.
Sorry, nobody's getting branded today.
Okay, perfect dodge. Okay, with a base of 40-something FPS, it feels fine. Some input lag, but not unplayable. It still feels like playing below 60 though, when it comes to inputs. Is this the last GPU you're testing? Yep. No, the 1050 Ti very quickly and then it won't take long, I promise. So yeah, that's 1440p. Let's do 4K.
Branding irons?
With ray tracing. Let's pretend we have more than a gigabyte of VRAM. We're playing pretend today. Performance DLSS without frame gen at 1440p. Oops. Maybe next time. Okay, definitely textures need a medium setting. And ray tracing, let's pretend it doesn't exist. There we go. Wow, what a jump. Jesus. I think we were VRAM constrained over there. That's pretty funny. Let's see, high textures. Okay, not too bad. 4K DLSS quality, sorry, DLSS performance. Internally, this will be 1080p, but trust me, it looks way better than 1080p. So high preset, no ray tracing, DLSS at 4K, and we should be good.
The hell is wrong with these people?
And this runs pretty similar to the 3060 actually. Although I think I went a little bit too hard on textures. Playing pretend is what everything with under 8 GB of VRAM is doing. Exactly. Yeah, no, textures are way too high. Also, I forgot to restart the game. Yeah, it's 4K but with upscaling. Internally, it's technically 1080p. Yeah, 8 GB of VRAM moment. Are you going to do new Sniper Elite game? Definitely. I have it. I got it from Rebellion a few hours ago, so we will. Jesus. At 4K, I also should lower the level of detail to medium. This is pretty heavy. All right, something like this. Whoa, 4K DLSS performance. Let's go. Is the new Sniper Elite worth buying? I haven't played it. From the little that I saw about the new Sniper Elite game, it looks like Sniper Elite 5 DLC. Let's be honest here. Medium textures. Is this game playable with keyboard and mouse? Yes. I mean, playable and worth playing with keyboard and mouse. Oops. Using the wrong keyboard. I mean, yeah, I'm using keyboard and mouse now. It works. Shift is while swinging, spacebar is jumping, and you can move the mouse. No problem. Feels weird to play with a mouse and keyboard, but it works. Yep. Is this DLSS 4? I'm not entirely sure, but there is a transformer model option when you use Ray Reconstruction. Yeah, people will always complain, definitely. That's why I try to be less, how to say, complacent with the requests. What do you expect the level of optimization for The Last of Us 2 PC? All things considered, if you think about it, The Last of Us Part 1 is technically more demanding than The Last of Us 2, even on PS5. So I'm guessing it should run similarly to Part 1, but I don't know because Nixes is working on this port. And in the previous port we only had Iron Galaxy, but I'm pretty sure Iron Galaxy worked on The Last of Us Part 2 as well, but Nixes took over. That's my guess. So my guess is that it's probably going to be more complete on day one, but when it comes to performance, it's probably going to be pretty similar to The Last of Us Part 1. That's a guess. Yeah, I'm doing the 1050 Ti, don't worry. I got you.
I'm with the fire brigade.
Oh yeah, I gotta extinguish the fire. Oops.
Your last hour will be crimson.
Yeah, I will. Don't worry. Before I go though, I want to, and before I try the 1050 Ti, I want to get a save with everything unlocked, just to be able to see the symbiote fights. Those are probably more taxing. So let me defeat these. We'll go. Yeah, of course it's cracked. It doesn't have DRM, only Steam. Still, if you like these games, buy them, please. If we don't give them money, they won't release games on PC.
There. Fire department can tag in now.
So if you can afford it, please, I recommend you buy it. Have you noticed any stuttering? Yeah, but nothing game breaking so far. Usually I had stutters when traversing very quickly or in camera cuts, but nothing that I would say unplayable. What I did notice is a few crashes if you go over the VRAM limit. You first get performance degradation and then you get crashes if you go too far. Anyway. And you'll save, and let's get that save file super quick. Yeah, if they cook, they should get money. Nexus mods. Spider-Man 2. Before I open that though, just to be sure that there's nothing weird on screen. Ah, this is not Spider-Man 2. My bad. Okay, nothing weird. It's Marvel's Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2. Oh, the dash in the middle. My bad. I need to be wary of the weird Venom mods. Okay, there's nothing weird. Good. Yeah. Okay, just some suit mods. Oh well, next time. Let's do the 1050 Ti just for the memes, and we'll finish this live stream. Yep, no mods yet. It'll happen eventually, and I'll be testing the symbiotes. One sec. What do you mean I missed it? Here goes nothing. 1050 Ti. You were looking at photos posted instead of mods. Oops. I'll check it out. That's hilarious though. Spider-Man. Okay. Oh, 100% save. I got it. Thanks, man. I'll log in and get that save ASAP. By the way, if you want a save with everything unlocked, it's already out there. I just need to log in. That's why my screen is still pointing to the PC. Don't worry. All right. What site is the save on? It's on Nexus Mods. It's called 100% save. Overclocking the card won't help it in this case. Trust me. Okay, game.save. I'm going to try that actually after I do the test, just to be able to launch the game right away. But I wanted to have it there, just in case. I don't have a 1060, sorry. Maybe next time. I'll do 720 on very low. You know what? I have faith in this card. I'll put it on low instead of the lowest. Whatever. And this, let's pretend that this will affect performance. Again, we're playing pretend today. Let's do native 720. Let's see if it can even run. I guess it will. Sí, pan tostado, sí. Buen nombre, by the way. $800 by 600. Well, good news is that the game launched. Let's open the FPS counter. Oops, not 4060. The 4060 has been already done. It works pretty well, better than I expected on the 4060. How is the game on PC? So far, so good. Similar options to the previous games, but now it has also Ray Reconstruction. So yeah, it's pretty good so far. Has a good amount of features. Start with 4K high. Yeah, of course. Let it compile shaders. Okay. In the menu, we're getting 30s, so in the open world, we should be good. The Legend. This is not 4K, by the way. This is 720p. Low PC. Native.
Now what else is going on?
Okay. This shouldn't be possible, but here we are.
I don't know.
So there is someone.
GG. Your camera looks better than the game. I mean, yeah. I have a 4K webcam. Let's see. There we go. I'm sharper than Miles. That's okay. It works. Just the fact that it works is mind-blowing.
Uncle Aaron's waiting.
I mean, I think the most impressive part of this port is that it runs on older stuff, and it has a very low VRAM option. I think that's what's the most impressive by far. You can clearly tell that the the frame times are spiky. We're heavily VRAM limited, but it works. And if you'd like, you can also use FrameGem, but we're already threading the needle with VRAM, so we'll see. Yeah. But hey, it works pretty well. 3050 already tested. I don't have it anymore, but it should be back next week. Went to the doctor. It has a severe case of blue screen. Let's go to the highest place. Yeah, this still works. I mean, you can go higher if you want to. The thing is, we're already super VRAM constrained at 720. So on 1080p you will be more VRAM constrained, but you can kinda compensate using upscaling, kinda. What I do not know if the game's going to crash after doing that. So 1080p low preset, XESS quality. Internally it's kinda 720p. By the way, before I get into the game again, the low preset. Let's see. RX 580, I have no idea. I don't have it. Oh, those textures. Lovely. My 4 GB of VRAM is showing. So yeah, if you're interested, you can actually play it. Again, I don't know how the cutscenes or if the game is going to crash later, but I already see the textures are having a lot of difficulty to load. But it works. $750 Ti. It's on one of my family members' PC, so at the moment I do not have it. But I wouldn't risk it with less than 4 GB. I mean, you can, but I don't have it with me at the moment, so maybe in the future. This gives me hope for the Steam Deck, actually, which we're going to test in a second. Bye-bye!
That one almost had me stressed for a second.
Yep, we gotta do the Steam Deck. Let me try, before I do that, let me try the New Game Plus save. And we're going right into Steam Deck. So, where's the save? The save should be in here, Documents. Okay, let's see if the save actually matches what the game tells us. Game.save. Let's put it in slot 2. Slot 2 dash manual dash 0 dot save. Wish me luck. If it's everything unlocked, it's perfect because I can show the symbiotes, which have way more effects. You're getting terrible frames on 7900 XT. I mean, when I played the first Marvel Spider-Man on PC, I had an RX 570, and it had a lot of issues. Okay, New Game Plus, it did work, apparently. Let's see. Now, I'm not doing FrameGen at 30 FPS. Okay. So, do I have the save with, yeah, the whole map? Perfection. Definitely going for Symbiote Spider-Man. Okay. Oh man, the memories, my childhood. Miles with the weird Sunday ice cream haircut. Yeah, guys, at 1080p, when it rains, it's suffering quite a bit on the 1050 Ti. But it works. It works. Just do a lower resolution. But I now have my entire save. We are Venom. Yeah. We're Bully McGuire. I love that. Abilities. That's so cool. Yeah, 900p. Guys, if you do this, 900p. I'll let it go on itself there, and we're going to do it on Steam Deck. I've been here for almost 3 hours, and I promised a Steam Deck video, so we're going directly to that. And it's a separate live stream, but it will redirect you automatically. Nothing to worry about. Just give me a few secs. Oh, perfect timing. And ESMR 95 inches of Venom. Move.
Great outfit.
It works pretty well. I missed the part, but that's my problem. Exactly. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this live stream. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did checking out Spider-Man 2, which is weird saying Spider-Man 2 again, on PC. It works better than I expected. Personally, I expected worse. Although the 30 series with ray tracing on runs a little bit worse than I was anticipating. I was expecting way more of the 30 series. That's kind of weird. But overall, if you have a non-RT GPU, I mean, I'm running the game on a 1050 Ti, for God's sakes. So you can basically play the game. So yeah, so far so good. I had a few crashes on when I enabled RT and didn't restart the game, but overall, I think there's a good amount of options, and I think they did a good job. There's also frame gen, even if you don't have an RT capable card with FSR 3. So yeah, nothing to worry about. Just don't use 8 GB of system RAM and you should be good. Anyway, see you in a few.